Sorry, you've kind of caught me flat-footed today. I had the notes when I was going to teach around here somewhere, but if only there was some kind of tool I could use to quickly search for something, some kind of machine-accurate method of going through things very quickly and finding exactly what I'm looking for. Some kind of overwrought segue into exactly what I was teaching. But where am I going? SearchArray.java is a program you've likely been studying in class. The program is essentially a very simple search algorithm. The program introduces some important ideas about how to navigate an array in a loop and how to search an array for data. The program is split into two parts: the method that will be called to do the search, and the section of the code that uses that method. The method accepts two values, the first being an array of integers, and the second being an integer that will hold the value that's being searched for. Sequential search has three instance variables: entry, index, and found. Index is the current entry of the array that the method is looking at, default 0. Entry is a returned value that will hold the number of the entry that holds the value being searched for, or -1 if the value isn't found. Default is set to -1. Found is a boolean used to exit the loop if the value is found. Default is set to false. The loop sequential search is where the searching takes place. The loop continues as long as found is false and the index is below the length of the array. Using the index integer as the current index the loop is searching through, the loop compares the value of the current index and the value being searched for. If they match, found becomes true, and the entry value, the returned value, is set to the index value. The loop then exits after finishing its iteration. The method is called in the main body of the code. An array of test grades is passed to it, and the method is told to search for a 100 grade. Depending on whether it is found, the program will either tell the student that no such grade was found, or it tells them which test they made 100 on. Now let's bring it all together. Beginning in the main part of the program, we see that we have an array of integer values representing the test scores of a certain student. You also have the integer value for results, which will hold whatever is returned by sequential search. Now we set the value for results, with results equals sequential search, and we pass sequential search an array of integers, and we pass the value to search for, in this case a grade of 100. If we go down, we see that these values are stored in the array variable and the value variable. The loop will continue as long as found is equal to false, which is what initialized as, and as long as index is less than the length of the array. Now remember, index begins at 0 because you want to start searching an array at the 0 index. It goes through each part of the array and compares it to value. If a match is found, found is set to true. An element is set to the index value because we want to return the index where the value is found. Element is returned, and you see it back in the main program, we take that value and apply it to a decision tree. If the result is equal to -1, which means that there was no match found, you print out you did not earn 100 on any test. If a match was found, else, system.out.println, you earn 100 on test, and then you print the results plus 1, because remember the index started at 0. And now to see if the program is successful, we simply run it. One of these days. And we see here the score of 100 was found at the 4th index of the array. Some things to keep in mind. SearchArray.java shows some of the key concepts of traversing an algorithm. Keep in mind that indexes work at 1 less than their order because they begin at 0. And keep in mind also that loops need a value to keep track of where they are in the array. And you want the loop to exit when the value is found to save time going through the entire loop, even though you've already found your value. And now with the lesson learned, I'm going to leave you with a simple line. Oh, shoot. I had it somewhere. It was really good, like witty and funny, like, and I'm pretty sure I had fireworks planned, whatever, but I'm going to find it, don't worry. Here we go. With this final video, I leave you with the simple words that